This disclaimer image establishes the channel's mission to help busy home cooks break down complicated recipes into simple, visual step-by-step guides. The legal disclaimer ensures transparency about recipe sources and viewer responsibility. All the best flavors of cheesy chicken enchiladas packed into easy rice bowls ready in just 30 minutes. This beginner-friendly instant pot recipe features tender chicken pieces, fluffy white rice, black beans, and melted Mexican cheese in a savory red enchilada sauce. Perfect for busy weeknights, meal prep, or feeding a crowd. Includes high-quality 16:9 landscape images showing ingredients with watercolor illustrations, detailed preparation steps, and clear cooking instructions. Here is the written ingredient list for Instant Pot Chicken Enchilada Rice. Recipe Guide. Let's gather everything we need for this delicious chicken enchilada rice. Don't worry, I'll walk you through each ingredient so you know exactly what to look for. Main ingredients. First, let's talk about our star players. You'll need 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. That's usually about 3 to 4 medium-sized chicken breasts from the grocery store. Look for them in the refrigerated meat section. Next up is 1 cup of long-grain white rice. This is just regular white rice. You can find it in the rice and grains aisle. Long-grain rice stays fluffy and doesn't get mushy, which is perfect for this recipe. And we'll need 2 cups of shredded Mexican cheese blend. You can buy this pre-shredded in bags. It's usually a mix of cheddar, Monterey Jack, and other cheeses. We'll divide this. 1½ cups goes into the dish, and ½ cup is saved for topping at the end. Vegetables and aromatics. Now for the fresh ingredients that add amazing flavor. You'll need 1 medium red onion. That's the purplish onion you see in the produce section. Medium means about the size of a tennis ball. Grab 2 garlic cloves. These are the individual segments inside a whole garlic bulb, not the entire bulb, just 2 of those little pieces. You'll also need 1 small can of diced green chilies. This is usually a 4-ounce can. Look for it in the Mexican food aisle near the taco shells. And salsa. Don't worry, they're not super spicy. And finally, a 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro. This is that bright green leafy herb in the produce section. A small bunch will give you plenty. Pantry and canned goods. Let's move to the pantry items. These are all shelf-stable ingredients you can stock up on. You'll need 1 can of black beans. That's a standard 15-ounce can. Any brand works great. Next is 1 can of red enchilada sauce. This is a 10-ounce can. You'll find this in the Mexican food aisle. If you're new to spicy foods, look for mild on the label. You'll also need 3/4 cup of chicken broth. You can use canned broth, boxed broth, or even make it from a bouillon cube, whatever you have on hand. And 2 tablespoons of vegetable or canola oil. This is just regular cooking oil. Check your pantry. You probably already have this. Seasonings. The seasonings are super simple. Just 2 things. You'll need 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Kosher salt has larger flakes than table salt. But if you only have regular table salt, that works too. Just use a little less. About 3/4 teaspoon. And a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Just regular ground black pepper from your spice rack for serving. And last but not least, For serving, grab 1 medium lime. We'll cut this into wedges too. Squeeze over the finished dish. The lime juice adds a bright, fresh flavor that really makes this dish pop. You can also have extra cilantro on hand for garnish if you like. And that's it. Everything is organized and ready to go. Once you have all these ingredients gathered on your counter, you're ready to start cooking. Let's move on to the preparation steps. Okay, before we turn on the instant pot, let's do all our prep work. First, this is what chefs call mise en place. It's a fancy French term that just means everything in its place. Trust me, having everything chopped and ready makes cooking so much easier and less stressful. Step 1. Dice the onion. Let's start with the onion. Take your medium red onion and peel off the papery outer skin. Cut it in half from top to bottom, then lay each half flat on your cutting board. Now, make several cuts going one direction. Then turn and make cuts going the other direction. You'll end up with small, bite-sized pieces. These are called diced onions. Don't worry if they're not perfect. As long as they are roughly the same size, they'll cook evenly. Step 2. Mince the garlic. Next up, garlic. Take your 2 garlic cloves and peel off the papery skin. You can crush them gently with the side of your knife first to make the skin come off easier. Now, chop the garlic into very tiny pieces, as small as you can get them. This is called mincing. The smaller the pieces, the more flavor they'll release. If you have a garlic press, you can use that instead. It does the same job. Step 3. Prepare the beans. Time for the black beans. Open your can and pour the beans into a colander or strainer. Rinse them under cold, running water for about 30 seconds, giving them a gentle stir with your hand. This washes away the thick liquid from the can and any excess salt. Let them drain while you work on the next steps. Step 4. Cut the chicken. Now for the chicken. This is the most important prep step. Place your chicken breasts on a clean cutting board. Using a sharp knife, cut the chicken into 1-inch pieces. Think of it like cutting them into bite-sized cubes, about the size of a large grape or small strawberry. Cutting them into similar-sized pieces means they'll all cook at the same rate. Remember to wash your hands and any surfaces that touched raw chicken with soap and hot water. Step 5. Season the chicken. Let's add flavor to our chicken. Put all your chicken pieces in a medium bowl. Sprinkle 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper over the top. Now, use your hands or a spoon to toss everything together, making sure every piece of chicken gets coated with the seasoning. This simple step makes a huge difference in the final flavor. Step 6. Chop the cilantro. Almost done with prep. Take your fresh cilantro and give it a quick rinse under cold water. Pat it dry with a paper towel. Now, here's a tip. You can use both the leaves and the tender stems. They both have great flavor. Gather the cilantro into a small pile and chop it coarsely. That means you don't need to chop it super fine. Rough, irregular pieces are perfect here. Step 7. Cut the lime. Last step. Take your lime and place it on the cutting board. Cut it in half lengthwise. Then cut each half into 3 or 4 wedges, like little lime slices. These will be served on the side so everyone can squeeze fresh lime juice over their bowl. The acidity from the lime really brightens up all the rich, cheesy flavors. All right, all your ingredients are prepped and ready. Now comes the fun part. Cooking in the Instant Pot is actually really simple once you understand the steps. I'll walk you through each one carefully, so just follow along at your own pace. Step 1. Heat the oil first. Plug in your Instant Pot and press the saute button. You'll see the display change. This function turns your Instant Pot into a regular cooking pot, so we can brown our ingredients first. Wait about 2 minutes until the display says hot now. Add 2 tablespoons of vegetable or canola oil to the pot. Swirl it around to coat the bottom. You'll know it's ready when the oil starts to shimmer slightly. That means it's hot enough to cook with. Step 2. Saute the aromatics. Time to add flavor. Add your diced red onion and minced garlic to the hot oil. You should hear a nice sizzling sound. That's good. Using a wooden spoon or silicone spatula, stir them occasionally. Every 30 seconds or so, you'll see the onions start to turn translucent and soften, and you'll smell the amazing aroma of garlic cooking. This takes about 3 minutes. The onions should look soft and slightly golden, not brown or burnt. This step is called sautéing the aromatics. It builds the flavor foundation for your entire dish. Step 3. Turn off the sauté function now. Here's an important step that's easy to forget. Press the cancel button on your Instant Pot. This turns off the sauté function. Why do we do this? Because we need the pot to cool down just a bit before we add the liquid ingredients. This prevents any splashing and gives us a moment to add everything safely. Step 4. Add the main ingredients. Now we're building the dish. Add your seasoned chicken pieces first. Just dump them right in. Next, add the drained black beans. Then the entire can of diced green chilies. And here's important. Do not drain the chilies. Pour in the whole can, liquid and all. That liquid adds flavor. Finally, pour in the entire can of red enchilada sauce. Now, give everything a good stir with your spoon, making sure the chicken pieces are coated in the sauce and everything is well mixed. You should see a beautiful reddish mixture with chicken, beans, and vegetables all combined. Step 5. Layer the rice. Critical step. Okay. This next step is super important, so pay close attention. Sprinkle your 1 cup of white rice evenly over the top of everything in the pot. Try to spread it out in an even layers. Now, and this is the key, pour the 3/4 cup of chicken broth over the rice. Here's the critical part. Do not stir. I repeat, do not stir. Just let the rice sit on top. Why? Because if the rice touches the bottom of the pot, it can scorch and trigger a burn error on your Instant Pot. Keeping it on top ensures perfect, fluffy rice every time. Trust the process. Step 6. Pressure cook. Now we're ready to let the Instant Pot do its magic. Place the lid on top of your Instant Pot and turn it until it locks into place. You'll hear a beep or click. Now, look at the top of the lid. There's a small valve or switch. Make sure it's set to sealing position. Not venting. This is crucial for building pressure. Now, press the manual or pressure cook button. Different models have different names. Make sure it says high pressure. Then use the +/ buttons to Set the time to 10 minutes. Press start if needed. Now here's what happens. The Instant Pot will take about 18 minutes to build up pressure. You'll see steam coming from the valve, and eventually the float valve will pop up. Don't worry. This is normal. Once it reaches pressure, the 10-minute countdown will begin. During this time, just walk away. You don't need to do anything. The Instant Pot is doing all the work. Step 7. Release pressure and add cheese when you hear the beep signaling that cooking is done. It's time for a quick release. Here's how. Using a long spoon or a towel to protect your hand from steam, carefully move the pressure valve from sealing to venting. You'll see a lot of steam shoot out. Stand back. This is normal and safe. The steam will release for about 1-2 minutes. When the float valve drops down and no more steam is coming out, it's safe to open the lid. Carefully remove the lid, tilting it away from you so any condensation drips into the pot. Not on you. Look inside. You should see beautiful cooked rice on top with chicken and beans underneath. Now, add 1.5 cups of shredded Mexican cheese. Using your spoon, gently stir everything together. The heat from the dish will melt the cheese, creating a creamy, delicious mixture. Keep stirring until the cheese is fully melted and everything is well combined. Step 8. Serve and enjoy. You did it. Your chicken enchilada rice is ready. To serve, using a large spoon or ladle, scoop generous portions into bowls. Top each bowl with a sprinkle of the remaining 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. It'll melt slightly from the heat of the rice. Add a handful of fresh chopped cilantro for color and flavor, and place a lime wedge on the side of each bowl. Encourage everyone to squeeze the lime juice over their bowl before eating. It adds such a bright, fresh flavor that balances the richness of the cheese.